Hey guys, what's going on? I'm in here processing some herbs, and I just wanted to show you guys some of the things that I do with my herbs. So, firstly, you can use your herbs raw, fresh, just wash them off or whatever like that. And then if you want to cook with some chicken, some beef, some lamb, all that good stuff, you can just use it fresh like that. Or if you are doing a like infused waters, or like one of them fancy things now people do, they cut up some fruit, then you can put a little herb in there to give it a little bit more. You could just leave it just like that, so that's all good. Another way you can do it, if you can see the steam coming up here, that is ginger and mint for like a hot tea. You can do that if you wanted to. I'm not going to be using this as a hot tea. I'm actually going to be using this as the base to my ginger mint lemonade that I'm about to make. So I also have some fresh ginger mint leaves here. And these ginger mint leaves are going to go into my container. And I'm going to take this water here with a piece of, I'm going to keep one of the pieces of ginger. And I'm going to add some lemon and water and all that good stuff, sugar. Make me some lemonade, ginger mint lemonade. Let that sit overnight. It's the bomb. Another thing you can do, if you've been following me on Instagram, I make seasoning with some of my herbs. You know what I mean? So this is a pretty big container. If you're only growing a little bit, like if you were growing stuff in a small flower pot like that, and that's all you had, you would, find you one of your empty, small seasoning things. You know what I mean? Once it empties, you could take all the labels off of it if you want. Use something small like this, do the same thing, dry your stuff out, grind it up, and make yourself a seasoning. I keep processing the same herbs, sage, thyme, oregano, and here's my purple basil. And I also have the regular green basil. I just keep processing those over and over and over again to actually fill this up. And this also has onion and garlic chives in it as well. So this has onion chives, garlic chives, sage, thyme, oregano, basil, 2 types of basils. Oh, this also has rosemary in it. It is rosemary in here as well. So I just keep processing that. I'm going to get a couple, as soon as my red peppers dry out, as soon as they turn red, I'm going to grind a couple of those red peppers up in here as well, to give it just a little bit of spice. Not too many, but just a little bit. So that's what I'm doing with that. You can also dry it out for just some tea. So I got the lemon balm going on, the ginger mint here, sweet mint, and the pineapple sage. Those are the ones I'm using for teas. When you have it in a tea form, hey guys, let me interrupt the video real quick, because I know many of you are going to wonder, how do I dry my stuff out? Okay, so in the past, I normally would just hang my herbs upside down. Just wrap a little thread around them. You cut them, wrap some thread around them, and I would just use a thumbtack, and I would just, up here somewhere, you post a little thumbtack, and you just let your stuff hang. And with it being by the window, but still being inside, it keeps it at a nice temperature, and it just dries out. I stopped doing that because it takes like 2-3 weeks to dry your stuff out that way. So I said, let me get a dehydrator. So I bought this one because I didn't know what I was getting into to buy a dehydrator, and I didn't know what to do. And this was a very inexpensive one. This is the Master Chef electric dehydrator. I can dry things out in about 2 days versus 2 to 3 weeks. So that made more sense to me. This one comes with about 5 trays. These are all separate trays. And, you know, when you wash your stuff, I put it in a salad spinner, the little salad spinner. I press to get all the excess water off of it. Once I get the excess water off of it, I just lay things in each and turn it on. And, you know, some things it only takes about 12 hours. So sometimes I let it just go overnight. Other things take longer. So therefore, you know, it could take up to 48 hours to dry some things, depending on what you got. And that's it. And back to the video. You guys can check them out. These are tea infusers. So essentially, this is what they look like. You just screw this cap off here and you just sit it down. You fill it up with all your dried teas and here, and then you can sit it down in your cup. These things also come with these are pretty cool because they come with these little saucers. So after you, and it has a little hook so that when you're putting it on a cup, you can keep the chain from going into the water. And then once you're done, you can, you know, sit it on the saucer because it's still going to be draining after you take it out of your tea. So I use my herbs for teas. So, you know, those are just some ways that you can use your herbs. You can use them fresh. You can make seasoning out of them. You can make hot tea out of them. You can grind them up to make tea. You can do fresh to make tea, or you can dry them to make tea using a tea infuser. You can use them fresh also in lemonades and juices and infused waters. So just letting you guys know, when you see me out there growing all those herbs, what in the world is he doing with them? That's a lot of stuff that we do with them. I guess that's it. All right, guys. Peace.